Okay, okay. Good morning mga ka-traders, mga amigos, amigas, mga kumpare, kumbare, mga show, mga guwapo o guwapa. Welcome again to our daily broadcast covering the Philippine market, which is the Philippine Stock Exchange. So we are again today live in RAFX channel, YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know me yet, I am Rolly P. Atienza, a programmer in profession and a market trader on the sideline. So I am doing this on a daily basis to encourage every Filipino to get involved in the market as an alternative of parking their money to the traditional savings account. But of course, before doing that, all those that are interested should have uh, put in the works the time to learn how the market works, because as I said, in order to maximize the skill and the return of this very volatile and very high risk environment, dapat nating pag-aralan kung paano tumatakbo yung market, saan natin dapat, ano yung kailangan nating malaman or pag-aralan. Dapat ba tayo maging technical? Dapat ba tayo yung maging fundamental, or both? Because at the end of the day, again, it is your hard-earned money that is on you. Whatever happens to that, it should always be on you. So, ang isa pa sa advantage na meron kang alam kung paano mo i-trade mismo yung market or mag-invest sa market is there are times that the market is very chaotic, very volatile, just like what happened in the early 2020, wherein the global market dive or put into the correction. And if you don't know what you are doing, the chances are magpapanik ka kung ano ang dapat mong gawin doon sa position mo. And anyway, as the same as any other programming that we do here, meron tayong sinusunod na pattern or step by step, kumbaga, kung ano yung mga i-cover natin during the program. So first is we will revisit the composite index, which is the PSEI, and then we will try to get the trade that we have. Yesterday, I had the opportunity to place some of the trades after our program, and some of it is still red. and some of it is now at gain. So mamaya malalaman natin kung ano-ano itong stock na meron tayo sa trading position natin. Of course, you all know meron din tayong mga favorite for the long term, and one of those were, or some of those will be, of course, covered here as well. Isa din sa area na tatalakayin natin is yung latest research sa COL, kung meron silang document doon, and market review. And doon natin ibabase aside sa actual movement and status of the market at the current moment. Okay, so after that, we will start reviewing the charts that we have. So we do have some favorite. Malalaman natin kung ano-ano yun later. And then we will also use to maximize the Instagram's screener. So kasi ito yung isa sa pinaka mabilis na paraan if you are looking for some indicators or some level in your trading, and instead of iisa-isahin mo yung lahat ng stocks sa Philippines, then you can use that screener. So meron na tayong plug sa Instagram. Again, we don't receive any payment from the Instagram, but I like the product, so that's why I am sharing it with you. So you can, I'm not sure if it's available for those non-premium member, but yeah, if you have the if you are serious actually in trading and investing in the market, Instagram is a very good charting and investing tool. So yon. And the other one is the last part is we will have a market review for those active gainers, losers, and the overall status of the market. And again, so sana kung meron kayong mga chart or stock na gustong ipasilip sa atin, we will do that as well. Just comment your stock favorite below. So let's start. Let's see the index. So for PSEI, we are up 101 so excited, 1.37% or 90.11 points. That's about 6,656.94. We opened at 6581.47. Currently we trade, the number of trades are 70.73 thousand. The low was 6,577, and the current high was 6665.04. So still the 52-week low is 4,039.15, and the 52-week high is at 7,432.40. So the volume is 1.53 billion and its value is 2.91 billion. Okay, so we don't have the net foreign buying and selling yet because the market is still ongoing. So the next is we will revisit the some of our trading position. Let's first start with Costco. So again, we do this because we would like to manage our current position if we need to exit or move our stop losses and so on and so forth. But for Costco, it is now, today it's up 19. Okay, 0.19, and so far I am losing. My losing position still is negative 5.16% for Costco. But as you know, I'm not sure why my stop loss yesterday was not reflecting here, but the stop loss for me here, let's check the 4-hour time frame, and let's change that to red because we are going to plot the stop loss. The stop loss would be here. So of course, hindi ibig sabihin na nandyan yung red line as our stop loss. Hihintayin natin na hit yung price natin doon. Any indication na yung technical natin is sinasabi niya na, oh, medyo alanganin na yung position mo sa Costco, and then it's better to get out instead of waiting to hit the stop loss, because again, this is a trading position. This is not an investing position. Okay, so far I would still wait to to for this position. And then the next one that we have is avoid this power. So I think we had this yesterday after we finished our broadcast, and I reviewed the chart. I decided to get in. The reason of being is because yesterday it was hovering on this price. Okay, it's been above uh, 10 moving average, and when I uh, take a look at the 1 hour time frame yesterday, the the price is also in this area. Okay, so the price is in the stable zone, approaching in the stable zone yesterday. So I decided to uh, put a position in the uh, avoid this power, and currently I am down 1.78%. So let's take a look at my other trading position, which is BPI. So BPI. So let's see what made us decide to get into this game or into this trade. So first, it is in an uptrend already, and see that market or price rejection there on March 15. That's the price rejection, and the next day the price closed above the 100 moving average, and then it was confirmed by this yesterday during almost the closing bell yesterday. So when I checked the 1 hour time frame, okay, so I think it was in here, so that's 11:30 a.m., and that decided me to get into the trade, because the RSI is already in the zone, or the stable zone, and the MACD already crossed that signal line, and the what you call this one, the histogram is also above the zero level. So that's one of the entry trigger that we have. And then not sure why I don't have the same with one. So but my stop loss should be around here. I will update my uh, position to have that recorded in my stop loss. Okay, so that's the BPI. Okay, so next is we also have RLC. So RLC is, let's see if it really does confirm with our trading strategy. First, we look into the daily, and uh, fair enough, it's still on the uptrend, and kung mapapansin nyo, yung price niya is unti-unti siyang nag-recover since March 16. And then kahapon, it was another bullish candle. And yeah, that's the reason I decided to revisit sa 1 hour na time frame ng RLC. And fair enough, I found that the RSI is heading towards the 50, or the RSI stable zone, and you have that cross in the MACD. So that's the reason why I decided to put into this work as well. So again, I'm not sure why I don't have the um, indicators, but let's check if we do have that in our other list. Maybe it's in here. Index 2 RLC. Oh, that's URC. I need to take a look on this one because yesterday I already plot my stop loss, so maybe it's worth noting here that the that my stop loss would be, of course, we are using the 4-hour time frame, so the stop loss would be in here. Okay, so that's 16.17. Let's note it out. 16.17 para meron tayong alert sa 16.17. Okay, but the upside that we are looking for is first the after or the before COVID price. So we are looking at this price here. That's the one that we're the majority of the target that we are looking into. But of course, doesn't mean that we will reach that in a matter of days. It would take some time, and the reason is we also check the uh, possible return that it will give us, and that's around 40%, 41.56, and using the long position, so that would be as well at least give us a minimum of 1 hour. So okay, so that's 1.5, and in this level it should be, that's our first level as a um, measure of the risk reward ratio of 1 hour. But we will, since we are a trend trader here, titingnan natin kung kaya niyang abutin itong 1.25. That would give us a 3 point around 3 hour return. So syempre, that's what we expect, but the market will decide kung kung marating natin yan in the coming months. And we might bump into some headwinds, pwedeng may mangyari before that price. But until the technical indicator is doing good, then we would still do it, or it still hold the trade. So remember, this one is a trade position, not a investment position that I am sharing with you on my portfolio. Okay, so I think that's the trade that we had. So the next is we will check on COL's document. So on the daily notes, they have FGen and East-West. So as usual, ito yata yung meron sila usual na market review, market summary from yesterday's session, and then the top story, which is again FGen and what you call that, East-West. So market summary kahapon is the local equities market ended slightly higher on Wednesday as investors await the government's response to the country's rising COVID-19 cases. The PSEI climbed 7.75 points or 0.11% to close at 6,566.23 or 0.83. The top movers were RLC 2.22%, MPI 2.12%, ICT 2.08%, JFC 2.04%, and MEG 1.75%. On the other hand, the main drags were Bloom negative 2.85%, Globe negative 2.53%, S&P 8 negative 1.41%, RRHI is negative 1.12% and JGS is negative 1.06%. The value turnover went up to 6.9 billion from the 5.9 billion trading in the previous session. Meanwhile, net foreign selling declined to 257 million from 298.8 million seen on Tuesday. So that is the market summary from yesterday's session. So let's take a look at their top story. So top story is FGen, recurring earnings ahead of forecast, and their recommendation here is hold with a price of 32.30. So let's revisit FGen and try to have our opinion on the on the stock. So currently the FGen is uh, uptrend, and the price is above already on that medium and short term period or moving averages. And if we look into their target price of 32.30, so that's around 32.30, 32.30, 32, around somewhere there. So that's it. So if you are going to trade it, that's a very tight space for your profit. But if you were invested here, maybe earlier than that, or you were able to capture some of the FGen during the recovery from this low, then you are at very good place or position as of the moment. But if I am going to trade this one, I would rather seek for another opportunities, because that for me is uh, very it did not pass on my 1 hour stop loss or risk reward ratio. So let's say we are going to enter now, and that would be our position. That would give us only less than 1 hour, which is 0.61. So that is a not good trading opportunity for my strategy. So again, we are looking at a minimum of 1 to 1.5 risk reward ratio to enter into the trade. But yeah, for long term position, I think Gen is a good company in my opinion, and maybe we should you should wait for price to have a good um, correction, because if we look at the weekly of FGen, medyo nalampasan niya na yung pre-COVID, di ba? So 2015, and yung pre-COVID natin is 2020, right around here. So dito, so medyo malakas yung FGen pala. Kung titingnan natin, so isa to sa pinakamabilis na naka-recover, and nalampasan niya na yung kanyang pre-COVID price. So good for FGen holders, and congratulations for those of you na nakapwesto at nakakuha dun sa napaka okay or pinakanindot nga price kung sa aming mga Bisaya pa yung term. So yun. Okay, so next is, of course, so the reason for being that hold recommendation is recurring earnings ahead of forecast. So let's take a look. Excluding one-offs items, FGen's fourth quarter of 2020 recurring net income declined 7.6 to 7.6% to $62 million US dollars. This brought fiscal year 2020 recurring net income down by 11.3% year on year, higher than forecast, representing 110% of COL forecast and in line with consensus forecast. So, yun. So, kasi nga, isa din sa reason is hindi pa tayo ganong katagal na bumalik sa pag-monitor ng Philippine stock, but at the planning that I made, I think I will be again in the market, in the local market for a long period of time beginning this year. So they are maintaining their hold rating for FGen. So we have a hold rating on FGen with fair value estimate of 32.3. We continue like FGen given its relatively stable cash flow since bulk of its capacity is contracted. FGen is also the only clean energy play in the PSE. After its subsidiary EDC was delisted. Okay. So furthermore, with the Department of Energy's moratorium on new coal power plants, this could potentially push forward the projected power shortage beginning in 2024, increase in the competitiveness of FGen's gas and renewable plants, and improve the feasibility of FGen's LNG regasification project, which will enable its gas plants to remain viable after the depletion of the Malampaya gas field. However, based on FGen's market price of 30.8 per share, upside to our value estimate is 4.8%. So yun yung sinasabi ko kanina na medyo ah, mababa na yung return mo kung ngayon ka papapasok kay FGen. So kumbaga, medyo nakaka-feel ka ng FOMO kasi narinig mo sa RAFX na maganda yung FGen, but I'm not advising you to do that because yeah, it's around 4.62%. So medyo hindi nalalayo, but of course, we are using the technical indicator here. But I agree with COL na ito na yung return na pwede mo makuha kung ngayon ka papapasok. And there's a possibility na magko-correct pa yan because medyo malayo na siya doon sa baseline. So I think kung magko-correct siya at least sa 50 and you are planning to bank on FGen because of that story of renewable play, then start by waiting on those market structures. Start with 50 to 100 and possibly on this area in here, because 2024 is still a long time. So there's a lot of possible scenario that can happen in between. So on that case, pwede tayo makakita ng opportunities na magdagdag kung ito yung binabalak mong kunin for the energy play. So in my case, wala pa rin akong energy play. So maybe pag meron tayong konting capital and the price is favorable, bakit hindi? Bakit hindi tayo kukuha for long term? Because again, I am still again building my portfolio. So meron na tayong konting real property, and then meron na tayong banks, meron na tayong retail or consumer based, but wala pa tayong FGen. So that's one of the consideration. But again, I am also considering SPC because that is also a company focused on energy play and with a high dividend yield. So that's it. And another story is anong pa nga ba yung isa? East-West. And East-West is 16.60. I'm not sure if there are, tama ba yung narinig ko dati na meron tong medyo scandal this year. But let's take a look on the East-West chart. So East-West chart is a bank, as we all know. And on a technical perspective, on the daily chart, it is still in an uptrend. Actually, nagre-recover na siya from that 200 baseline on the 3-day recovery state. And yep, and if that's the case, the next thing to do if we are going to trade this one is to look into the 1 hour time frame if there is a confirmed entry signal here. So yes, we do have, because one, the price is above the 50 baseline here, so we need that to continue on that, and the RSI is also on that green area, which is the stable zone that we are referring to in this channel. And then, of course, the MACD as another momentum indicator is we have crossed the signal line. The MACD crossed already, which is a sign for a buy signal. And the histogram for MACD is also above the zero level. So meaning it's a good entry. It's a good time to trade east-west. And if we are going to check the stop loss, then that would be somewhere should be somewhere around, okay, so it's somewhere around here. That would be our stop loss kung ite-trade natin to. And then let's take at a possible return. Tingnan nga natin kung saan yung possible return. Let's check on previous prices. One is we are looking into that one, which will give us around so let's say andito yung entry price natin because of course meron yung position. So that would give us a 1.85 risk reward ratio. Not bad. Okay, so 19.58% is not bad. Okay. Again, we are looking that as a good trading opportunity. But of course, again, don't judge here because personally, I will not get into this trade because I'm already pulled already in my position. I have already 4 in my trading position. So maybe if some of this can be freed out, then I will reconsider trading again east to west. So yeah, I think that's it for the research from the COL. So next is we are going to do a chart review. So usually ang ginagamit natin dito is yung nasa alerts natin na mga stocks. So first is AP because we do have a position in here. I will again, as I said earlier, this is for long term because of the possible of the high dividend yield. AR, eto tatanggalin natin kasi mukhang hindi na siya gumagalaw at that price. So I think I put it on the list kasi isa siya sa nasama doon sa filter or screener ng Instagram. Medyo malamig na yung kape natin. So we also have BDO. So for BDO, we believe that it will continue our target, and this is my banking sector favorite because of that 159.63 price target, which again re-review lang uli natin 50.68%. So yeah, and I think BDO also have their good, not so good dividend play, but if this price will be reached in the next 6 to 12 months, then this position here is worth holding. Okay, the again this trend line in the RSI was not meant to create any divergence or bullish divergence. It's because of the consistent movement from of the RSI going to that green zone. So let's check our MACD. So still it's not giving us a buy signal if you're trying to trade this one. But for me, I am banking on BDO for that long play to reach that price. Okay, in there. So if you also follow me in Instagram, I have a forecast there. So I will visit it later. But the forecast is I think come into the second half of the year. So I think September yata yung nilagay kong forecast na sana ma-reach niya uli yung price na to. But again, if it will take me 1 year and there's no much concern on the COVID, because I believe we will improve in the next couple of months, then this trade or this investment is worth holding because of that story. Okay, so next on the list is Costco. We already uh, mentioned this earlier. So Meg, I think I am taking this as a possible trade because okay, this is blue chip stock and it's trying to recover from that. And let's see if this would be a good recovery for a short trade. Let's say we are going to put our stop loss in there. Okay, so kunyari nandyan lang siya. And let's check if we will have a good entry trigger, so 1 hour. Yes, yes, and yes, but I'd love to see this one in here. So at least nasa 50 siya. So kung lalagyan natin yan ng white, let's say that one there, and we love to see it there. So it might be a good risk reward ratio, I may say. So let's see if at least one hour. So kung bibigyan niya tayo ng 1 hour, then this would be a good trading opportunity. Okay, so 1.7 is not bad. Then we will consider this as a possible trade in the coming days if that 1 hour time frame there materialize. And of course, again, kailangan ko munang mag-dispose or mag-unload ng position bago ako pumasok. But for monitoring purposes, let's do that. Okay. Is we talked about yesterday because of that news, and same as with Meg, nagba-bounce na siya sa 200 moving average natin, and the price or the trend is still uptrend. So let's check if we do have a good entry trigger in the 1 hour. We don't have yet. We don't have a complete yes on the entry trigger. We have yes here, no for us as of the moment, and of course no here. We would like to see that price come back at this level or above the 50 moving average. Moving on. So RLC, binisita na rin natin siya kanina. So uptrend siya and we're good, and we also have a position in RLC. In fact, I am 2.15 -% in here, but I'm still holding it because of that. I think 4 hour is still doing good, right? Okay, so as long as maybe if this price go beyond that 50 or 200 moving average, then we will exit this position. Okay. So URC, meron na rin tayo kanina. And then, ano ba? Of course, A-REIT. So A-REIT, let's check A-REIT. Lagyan na nga natin si A-REIT dito. Lagi natin itong nakakalimutan. So A-REIT in the alerts. And kunyari, bibili tayo sa price na 30. Accumulate kunyari tayo dyan. So the purpose of REITs is gusto lang natin siyang masali sa list para hindi na ako back and forth sa list ko. Okay, for those investors, this is good news because it continue climbing up on that price. So hopefully nakakuha kayo ng konti doon sa 50 moving average. So I did bought or added some shares in that area, and it's a good price as of the moment. It's still moving up. and the trend is still an uptrend. So we are trying to reach this price, and hopefully it will be broken and continue to create a higher lows. And if it dips into a market structure as an investor, the best thing to do is to add. So that's why it's good to prepare some cash. So medyo tipid-tipid tayo ng konti because of that mission of that price target for the year that we have. So sana mag-materialize, wag lang tayong bibigyan ng medyo malaki-laking problema this year. So hopefully, we pray that and God help us to avoid those emergencies para hindi natin nagagalaw yung allocation natin for emergency fund and also the additional savings that we are preparing for this year. Okay. So also, everybody's favorite. So we have dito. Anak si dito lang. Medyo mabagal ang Instagram. Okay, come on. So, yun. Sa mga ka-Instagram natin, ito yata yung medyo nakaka-apekto na sa performance. Lalo na pag medyo nasa maraming activity ang market. Right? So, let's try adding it instead in here. Add stock. And dito. I think we are experiencing a technical difficulties, maybe traffic or my connection. My connection is good. Come on. So let's try to reload the layout. And check dito. Okay. And it's holding the 100 moving average. So let's say add na rin natin siya sa monitor. And gusto natin bumili somewhere around 8.06 o 8.03, start accumulating. So meron na siya doon. And of course, it's still in the uptrend. Nag-hold yung 50 moving average natin. And the next resistance is that one there. And the all-time high is at 19. Tama ba? So ito yung price natin is high of 19. Yung all-time high natin. Okay. 52-week low is 1 based on the statistic or on record here. So yon, sa bull bear meter natin, mas marami yung bearish. 61%. Konti lang yung namumulot dyan sa area ng 100 moving average. Okay. So, still an uptrend, but if I am going to trade this, I am still a buyer. And we will consult the 1-hour time frame kung meron tayong makikitang entry trigger. As of now, wala kasi dapat ang price niya is na doon sa above ng 50 moving average. Ito is heading to that green zone. Although we have a good sell signal here, pero nawawala yung momentum niya. So, in the next few days, titingnan natin kung mag-i-improve yung 1-hour time frame natin. Okay. So, ano ang next? Nawala pa dyan sa list natin. We do have DMC. So, DMC is another dividend play for me. Okay, so this is in the construction. Okay. Dividend, so nakita nyo yun. Meron siyang dividend. Ba't wala siya dito? Okay, so DMC, ayan. So, kung ite-trade natin si DMC, dapat nasa above siya ng at least 100 moving average. Okay? Kasi kung nasa in between siya, there's a possibility na hindi ang pinaka market structure natin at this moment is etong 200 moving average. So let's wait for the price to move into that, and kung nandun siya, nag-close siya doon, then we will try to look for entry trigger in the 1 hour time frame. Again, that's the trade idea. So the long-term idea is to accumulate, because this company is giving a good dividend yield every year. Okay, so our minimum dividend yield that we are targeting is 5%. So to have a good yield return, instead of putting that investment or parking that capital in the bank. So of course, as we all know, ang alam ko, CIMB ang merong highest return for now. They giving 4.4% per annum. So kung meron kayong emergency fund and nandun siya sa bank na medyo mababa yung return, ang mas magandang gawin siguro is kung wala pang emergency and hindi nyo pa siya ginagamit, transfer it to a high yielding bank. So yeah, and again, yun yung ginawa ko sa emergency fund. Instead of parking it in the major banks that we have in the country and looking and giving me a less than 1% per annum growth, then doon na lang ako sa 4%, di ba? And I can still use that in emergency cases. Okay, so meron uling libreng plug ang CIMB. So baka naman medyo makakakuha tayo kahit konting mag lang sa kanila for kalendaryo at the end of the day. So kidding aside, I think we're done checking our charts, and let's take a look on the market activities. So the actives is headed by Dito, down by 0.94%, PRIM 19.05%, BPI is up 2.80. So good news, I have one position. So kung titingnan nyo again, try to check the technical if pwede pa. So BDO 2.50%, P Gold is 6.40%, and Ali also 1.68, ASEN is 1.45, ABA, TEL, and Bloom. So for gainers, the first on the list is LAN, whopping 23.15%. So ayos to, but again, this is the third liner. Okay, and then we also have PA, Jerry, VUL, RLT, MGP, Gold, BBT, Geo, and FDC. For losers, the first on the list is Prim, MAHB, CSB, OV, AB, BKR, PMPC, To Go, CAT, and ROX. For markets, DJIA is up 0.58%, Nasdaq is 0.40%, S&P 500 is 0.28%. So the majority of the US markets is up. That's because of the Fed's announcement last night to retain their interest rate below 2% until 2023. Okay. Hong Kong is 0.02% and Nikkei is 1.40%. So that's for the market activities. And let's not forget the one of our favorite feature in Investagram is the screener. So the screener, let's run. So basically it gives us a 13 possible trades we have. So ano yung condition dito? The price should be above 50 moving average, 200 days, and 20 days. And dapat yung RSI niya is greater than or equal to 50. So yun yung mga possible trades na tinitingnan natin. And pag ni-run natin yung script or yung screener, ito yung nakuha niyang record. So okay, so AR is again uh, kinover natin siya kanina. Next is green. So let's see. Okay, so it's in the uptrend, but of course we would like to have that price close enough in the 50 moving average. So CNVRG is, so this one is good. It's up 50%, and we could see a possible run in here. So let's try to add it in the watcher on the alerts. So GMA, pass, pass, CIP, illiquid, pass, LBC, pass, FPI, pass as well, LSC, pass. So we have AGI as nakasama siya sa screen, and okay. But if we are going to take a look at a possible return, nasa top na siya ng pre-COVID price. So for breakout traders, that's the possible price that worth waiting into. That's 11.05. So kung magbe-breakout yung price doon, hintayin natin na mag-retest and then mag-enter. So nun lang yung breakout play. And the rest is, we have PX. So this is a gasoline company. Or PX, I'm sorry, that is a mining company. Okay. So maybe we could check this out. 650. Medyo masama yung record ng mining company sa Philippines. So medyo avoid natin tong i-trade. For me, just for me. But those who like mining sector, then I am not against those. But personally, I don't trade mining companies. So in the Philippines, of course. DNL is also good, looking good. We have a possible run until this area here. So pang short return, but it is not viable for me because it is less than 1 hour in terms of risk reward ratio. So ganun lang. Ito yung feature niya na screener. Instead of booking each and every trade or every stock na, I think we have 300 plus in the Philippines. So use that feature to save time, and you can decide or base your decision or plot your strategy for your short-term trade. So thank you everyone for staying with me, and hopefully you found value on watching our RAFX PSE trading session, and I will see you in the next video.